So sorry, we've done the two classes, we've done the two topics. So we're gonna walk. Let me just got it. We're gonna walk through the class by going through these. Well, what we're gonna be doing today is we've talked about it last week, but I would make sure we really go into it today. So we'll be talking about creating a node, or other name for it is EPS, that is Enterprise Project Structure. Then the next one would be work breakdown structure, which is called WBS. But I'll explain these to you and I'll make it simpler, if I may say. Another the other time. Sorry. Can you all see my screen? I'm still. Where do you go to full screen? Do you? Yeah, internet is unstable. Where do I go to full screen? Sorry.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. Where's bottom right? Where about that one? No, that's not where I want to go. I just want to make this a full. Anybody?
Yeah, if you can you click escape? Just tap
Okay,
escape.
escape.
Yeah. You need to go to slideshow. So at the top of the screen, go to your right. No, at the top of the screen, see those menu? No, don't come down. Yeah, you see those menu? You see file, home, insert, design.
Yeah.
No. File, home, insert, design, animation, slideshow. Just beside animation.
Slideshow. Okay.
Yeah. Then you can start from the beginning or from where you are. Come down, start from current slide. Yes.
All right.
To the left. Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going back to where I was. If you're happy with these, I'm fine. But I know the last time someone wasn't happy with these and said I should make it the whole screen. But if you can see what I'm seeing, that's fine by me. So,
or if you go to from beginning, I think that'll try from the beginning. The first.
It will take me to. If I press escape.
No. Where you are, just go to the top. Yeah, okay. Extreme left. So, extreme left. Keep going left.
Left.
Yeah. So from the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, it will take me to the beginning of the class. I don't want the beginning of the class.
Yeah, you can skip it. Just if you're on slideshow.
It's still showing the same thing. Like if I go to
go to slideshow. Yeah, slideshow. Then from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that.
What I'm saying, if you guys are happy, I can.
Yeah, I think we can work with this.
If you can work with this, I'm fine with that. I'm even fine out with these, to be honest with you. So I can. So I'm working through the slide now. So we've done all these. I'm just walking through them. I know where I'm looking for slide 22. The next slide, 36, I think. Okay, so if you can see these, though, I just want to show you these, and we'll go to the main. So this is how the class is we're gonna take the class. Some of these dates might overlap because I can understand we have different pace of understanding things, so we might be back and forth, but we would catch up. So this is how we're gonna walk through the work breakdown structure. Then we had activities, create and assign calendar, create relationships and constraints, resource assignment and cost assignment, project baseline, critical path, project execution monitoring and control, reports, CV, and job application. So AG, I think Deji will come in at some point.
Deji, sorry, we're currently seeing the first slide though.
This one? Oh, you're
What we're seeing now is the first slide.
okay.
Introduction to project management. That's what we are seeing.
Oh,
on the
that's all you okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we
Yeah,
can
well,
see the
that's
okay.
not where I want you to see. This is where I want you to see. This is where I want you to see. Are you happy with it?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run through these and we go to the practical. So I'm just telling you what we're gonna, the way this class will be structured, and also this class, like I said, if we come late, we will miss a lot, and we might struggle to catch up. So, and that's what I don't want to happen. So thank you for coming early today. So some people are joining. I don't know who are the people joining the class. And if you're not in this class, I've got Elias time. Okay. I've got okay. That's fine. So now what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna share another screen which will show practical, and we're gonna start the practical aspect of this class. So I'll stop sharing and share again. So have we all launched our P6? Anybody still waiting to launch? Anybody still waiting? So we are all in the software. So last week we talked about some stuff about the software. I mentioned how the GUI looks and how different separations with different functions. So can someone tell me one of the things we mentioned regarding what we are looking at just now? Anybody? Can someone just give us a recap of what we talked about, this interface that we are looking at just now?
Yes, good evening, everyone. The first thing you said was
sorry, who's talking?
Olalekan.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you said if we want to check the version of the pieces we are using, then we can go to help. Once we click, it will once you click on the help cursor, it will open about Primavera P6. And once you click on that, it will tell you the version you are using. So yes, I think that was the first thing.
Good. Any other thing that anybody or Mr. Laken wants to tell us?
So I think you also opened the Primavera for us, and then you told us it has 3 sections.
Good.
And it has the project summary area. I don't know if I got that correctly. Then it has an area, the Gantt chart, which is like a timeline of activities, like what needs to be done at what time. So that's presented as a form of Gantt chart. And then we have the detail area.
Okay.
I don't know if I got that correctly, but just from the top of my head, I could.
Yeah, good.
You mentioned something like that.
Yeah. Thank you. You tried. You really make a good attempt. The only one you didn't get wasn't project summary. It was the table. That's the table. That's this. This is the table part, and I mentioned this, like you said, the timeline, which is that gives you the timeline, the graphical illustration of what is described in the table. If I double click, you see all this bar. So gives you the graphical illustration of what you see in the table. And this is the detail to the one at the bottom. And looking at each of these, right?
DG, sorry, we are still seeing your PowerPoint presentation, not the because it seems you're mentioning the
Sorry, why
PC.
is it not sharing? Sorry about that. I've clicked on share.
You can see
Yeah,
it
we
now.
can see it. We can see it now.
Why? Sorry about that. I thought okay. I thought I was taking you through stuff when Lacan was mentioning when you want to know the version. I clicked on here, and when he said about Primavera, I clicked here, and the last thing I saw, this is where you see the version. If someone asks you what version are you using, it's 20.12. That's what you're using. And the version ranges from 5.0 to what PCs has got now. I think they are on 2022 point something. So, but they're the same thing. What they do is when they patch it, they just change the version. They just change the name of the version. It's like, well, what they've done it, they're gonna reverse it and something like that, and that's what they do. So when Lacan was talking us through these, I was clicking on these, thinking you were seeing my my screen. So and I think someone you know, please, if you're answering questions, just mention your name so I can know, but when I make reference to you. So we were talking about the three divisions in PCs. We've got this one. You can see this is divided. If I move this slider, so if I put it here, so this side is called table. This side is a timeline that gives you the graphical illustration of the table in terms of bar. It's going to show some bars. It shows different bars, like, you know, that's what it shows. But I'm gonna, when we get into some view, you will see all the bars. The bottom is called the detail table. The detail table, detail table Gantt chart. So when I'm talking to you, I will be talking in these terms. If I say go to your table, I wouldn't expect you to come here. If I say go to your detail table, I wouldn't expect it to come here. So I'm looking at these three parts. Each of them has got different functions. They've got different functions. And the way you can see their functions is to right click on each of them. So if you right click on your table, you see the list of functions that it's got. Right. It's got a list of functions. But if you right click on your Gantt chart, it's got different things entirely, different functions, right? And if you come to your detail table, if you right click, it's got different functions that it's going to show you. Each of them has different functions that they do. So, and looking at them, I wanted to mention something. I just skipped my mind now. Okay, what I want to mention is the view we have now. The view we have now that covers a free view. The view we have now is called the project view. That's the view we have now, and I will tell you why. So when you launch your P6, let me just show you something. When you launch your PCs, do you all have this thing, the three view when you launch your PCs? Hello? Is anyone having different view from what we've got? What I've got here? Hello?
Well, I have the same view.
Okay. Thank you. Is anybody having a different view? Because that would yeah. If you have the same view, when you launch your PCs, it comes up with this view. Now, the only thing is, when you go to an organization, all these might be empty, might be blank like this, like what you have here. Nothing. You might not see anything here. When you go to an organization that maybe they just got a license for Primavera, they've not used Primavera before, maybe they've been using MSP, that is Microsoft project, or they've been using some other software. So this table would be blank like this, nothing. You won't see anything here. These might be blank. And what happened is, because they haven't got anything, they haven't loaded anything there. But what Oracle has done is Oracle has preloaded some projects in there for practice. So when you go to a new organization that are just getting PCs, don't expect to see anything. You will be the one that will populate all this, because they are buying license. PCs won't give them, Oracle won't give them anything. They will tell Oracle, we need something that we don't want. We want to build our own project ourselves. We don't need any test run or any preloaded project in there. It's just going to be blank. And there are two types of platforms, that PCs that you can use when you get to an organization. One, your PCs, your software could be in the cloud. It could be in the cloud, and another one could be just installed the way I did it on your laptop, because they might say, okay, let's just buy one license. We don't need to sit in the cloud. We'll just give it to Daniel. Daniel will be the only one that has the software, and that's it. But in some cases where you have 3-4 planners working in that company, working on different projects or the same project, you will have a cloud-based PCs that you will need to just launch on your laptop. It goes to their server where it's stored in the cloud. Then you can open it up. Then if 2 or 3 people can be working on the same project using the cloud, but when it comes to standalone, like the one you've got, you are the only one that can work on your project. So when I was starting, my first job was I was the only one that had license to PC. So I was able to do whatever I like in there, practice, do some loads of things. But when it comes to cloud, they won't allow you to do all that. They will allow you to create what is called sandpit, but I will show you that. They will allow you to create something, but they won't allow you to do anything, whatever you want to do in there. So let's crack on. So I would go back and explain this, and I'll come back to my slide. Please, if you don't see I'm going to the slide now. If you can't see my slide, please let me know so that I will know that I've not shared the correct thing that I needed to share. Can you see my slide now? Not pieces. Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go here. This is where we're going to start. I've talked you through these last week, but I'm just going to mention it, and then we'll use this. If you want to take a picture, please do, because we will be using it. Because I don't have double screen, so I can be flipping around. You can take a picture with your phone. So we will be using these to develop what we want to develop just now, just to kick us off. Then at some point we will have some project I will be working on. So, but this we want to use this to understand the fundamental. So I don't know if every one of us on this platform knows Dangote Group. If you don't, he's said he's the richest man in Africa. He's got some companies. So he has a big company called Dangote. I mean, it has conglomerates called Dangote Group. So I'm using this Dangote Group is like an umbrella to every other sister companies that he's got. So everything comes under Dangote Group. So same thing in pieces, you have what is called node or EPS level. Every organization, like if you look at organogram, you have the CEO and you have maybe COO, then you have some other under, then you start trickling down. And that is the way it works in PCs. So PCs has what is called node. This node is where most projects, the organization project will sit in. So you have nodes and they can have, okay, we have Dangote Group as a node, as an umbrella to every other company that he owns. Then he thought about it, okay, I don't want everything to be in the same basket. So let me categorize these into different levels. So what he does is he broke them down to a subnode. So that is why we have these. He doesn't want everything Dangote Group, well, everything is Dangote Group. Okay, let me, for whatever reason, maybe whatever reason, or to make it easily accessible. So you just thought, okay, let me have another level, which is called the EPS level, and that's what I have here. So I've just taken four of these, like sister company. I've taken Dangote Refinery, Dangote Cement, Dangote Sugar, Dangote Construction. So because you think Dangote Group will be too complex, let me break it down a bit. And after that, he thought, okay, every project, when I'm creating a project, I want that project to be where it should be. If I'm working on refinery project, I want to keep that project in refinery portfolio or in the refinery basket. If I'm working on cement project, maybe we are repairing the cement line, we want that project to be in that basket. So that's why we have this level projects. So we want to keep it into where we can easily access it. So that level, this is the project level. Take, for example, we have refinery. The project name is production of pipeline installation. Production pipeline installation. So they want to install the refinery pipeline. So they won't keep it under cement. They won't keep it under sugar because it's refinery. So that is why we'll keep it in that refinery portfolio. And also you have construction. So if we are doing, sorry, it's just, sorry about that. Let's jump. Yeah. Sorry. So we keep that under construction. Then the next thing, something happened there, sorry. So we keep down that construction. So we know we are dealing with construction. So construction of duplex house is not going to be under sugar. It's just a house building. So we'll keep that on that construction note. So if you want to take a picture, that's fine. So we will be using these a lot when we start, when we go into the practical. So the next one, he thought to himself, okay, let's now break it further down. So we have a project. So like we said, if you're looking at the project, you say construct a duplex house. You're looking at is okay, what does it entails to construct a duplex house? What are the things we will do to construct a duplex house? How can we make it easy for ourselves to be able to achieve these, to make it simpler for us? So what planning generally would do is to look at what is called EPC structure. I've mentioned it in this class. Can anyone tell me what EPC stands for?
Engineering, procurement, and construction.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Engineering, procurement, and construction. So what this means, it makes it easy. So, okay, if I want to do any project at all, I know I have to follow this structure. There will be engineering design. There will be, we will buy material, which is procurement. Then we will start construction, right? So in that sense, we've broken the project down to make it easier for us. So, and if you look at this line, that is what is called, when you break the project down to a smaller chunk, a smaller manageable chunk, is called WBS. That is work breakdown structure. You've broken the big project that you construct duplex. Okay, where do I start? So, okay, if I break it down to another manageable chunk, so maybe I will be able to tackle it. So some people, when we're talking about methodology, you talked about, I know somebody mentioned about the about MVP, minimum viable product, right? But some is related to these as well, to WBS. You want to break it down to something that you can manage. But this is the only thing I will take out of it is minimum. So this is not minimum, but you are further breaking it down to make it more manageable for yourself. So that is why you do the EPC structure. And looking at EPC structure, I don't know, does anybody have engineering background here? Anybody with engineering background? Okay, that's not, I'm not saying that's not a criterion. That's not a criterion, I'm just saying. So can anybody tell me if you're, maybe you're doing a house project, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
I think you survey.
Okay, good. So what does it entails to survey?
Survey is to really get if the land you are to build on, what this government, if it is approved for building, then to get the, I think is it the topography, or I mean the basics of the basic requirements which the land must have for that structure. So those are part of the things, and the measurement too is there, but I know the basics requirement which the land must have is part of the things the survey brings out.
Thank you.
It gets approval from the government.
Okay, great. So don't forget, we are focusing on building a house now because that's where we stop. We all these trickle down things. So if I move these a bit, so it has nothing to do with pipeline. So everything is about, sorry, It's just temperamental. Everything is about construction now. We're taking that as a case study. That's what we're doing. So survey, you go like is that Lincoln, like what Lincoln said, is government will look at it, the topography, what you want to build on the land, can it withstand it, can it not? So as a planner, you get involved. You don't get involved in survey, like you go with them to survey. But if you want to go, that's fine. I've been on site to see what they do, because it will help. So when you are talking about it, you will know. But as a planner, you are free to you are free to ask, are you going on site? Say, yeah. When are you going on site? I want to go with you. Oh, get your PPE. PPEs, personal protection equipment, your headgear, also get your PPE. If it's a dangerous site, they will tell you you need to get some pass. Then you will go with them. They will go and survey. You go there, they look at the land, they drill the land, they get some soil sample and all that. So once they get some soil sample, those people that goes there, they're called geotechnical people, geotechnical engineers. They go on land, do the survey, do everything, take sample. From that sample, and they will do some calculations. So they will pass it to the engineers. So based on the calculations and, the design, the engineer will start the drawings. They will, because based on the texture of the land, of the ground, they can tell you that, oh, this is the load bearing of this land. Based on the texture of the land, they can tell you if it's a clay, if it's sand, if it's packed sand, and all these information goes to the engineers that are doing the design. So they will use those information to do the design by doing some calculations. They will do the load bearings, and because they will do the load bearings, then they will be able to know that, okay, do we need to pile this land? Do we need more support? Do we need to support this land with pilings, with piles, or do we need to do some foundations to be able to withhold what we want to build on it? So they will do all these calculations. Once they've done it, they will go into, they will create a BOM, which is bill of material. From there, they will start buying. Then it goes to construction. Then it goes to testing and commission. It goes to close out. But what I want to mention here is all these processes, you will be involved in them. So to make life easier, you want to break down the project into this level, into what is called WBS, which I will show you when we get into that software. This point, you break it down. Each of these, survey, design and engineering, procurement, they are separate WBSs. So you've construct a duplex house to 6 separate manageable chunks that have end results. If you do your survey, it has a deliverable. If you do your engineering, has a deliverable, a final deliverable. Do your procurement, as different deliverable and a final deliverable. Construction too. So you've broken it down to a manageable chunk. Any questions so far before I move to the next slide? You can take a picture. We'll use this as well. Any question? No, I don't run my mouth straight and without knowing if anybody's struggling. No question, right? Good.
Please, just before you go ahead.
Okay.
Now, you said all this process, the project planner will be involved in all of it, confirm?
Yes, yes.
Okay, if the project planner is involved in all of this, what about the project, the agile delivery manager or the APM?
Okay, all these guys are supporting the project manager. including you as a planner.
Yeah.
So the project manager, right, owns the project. You working as a team to meet all the objectives of the goal of the project. So each and everyone has his own part, what everyone is doing. Your delivery manager will be telling you, oh, planner, they will be asking, you are the cog in the wheel. You are the one telling them the real status, because you've got a tool that can give you the predictability, the forecast, the critical path of that project. They don't have, they just need you to come and tell them the truth. You are the one telling them the truth. They're just overseeing. You are not overseeing, you are the core guy. You are not, your hand is not on the ground like you are doing the laying of the block. You are getting the live information. You are putting them into a software that use some algorithms to tell them where things are going to be. So everyone has his own separate rules. So you getting involved, you are getting information. A survey is done. You are using a timeline based on the timeline they've set and based on what they said they will achieve at a particular time. You are getting those information to benchmark what they've said they would do at the time they said they would do it. Are they doing it? If they're not doing it, what is the impact? Because your role as a planner is to deliver the project to cost and time. To cost indirectly, but to time directly. In the sense that to cost, you are supporting the commercial manager by telling him what is going on the project. That this, if you don't do this, based on what I'm seeing, which we will understand at some point during the course of this training, that what you're doing, they're eroding your profit. You're not gonna get anything out of these projects. Based on what I'm seeing, based on the trend, the changes I'm seeing, the way things are going, then that would cause them to call people to war room to discuss what is going on. How do we stop this hemorrhage? How do we improve this project? You are the one that is telling them all this because you have the tool to tell them. It's like you can predict, you can forecast what is going to happen. You know, that's what you do. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. So in one word, can we say the project planner in this is the project guide or the project pathfinder?
If you say project, you are the word pathfinder is because there are so many people contributing to this. You can't say because you're a project planner, you are the pathfinder, you are the one, but you are the one. Everybody on this project, on any project, they are working as a team. So everybody has his own role. As a project planner, you have your role. You must play your role to make sure the project is successful. While the commercial manager must play his role as well. The procurement guy, the supply chain, they must play their role. The engineers, they must play their role. So you have your role. But when I say the cog in the wheel, you sort of have knowledge, overview knowledge of what everybody is doing.
Everybody is doing, okay.
And you bring this knowledge together and put it in your software to tell the truth to everyone, even those individual guys, like this WBS saying, this WBS has different disciplines, different. The way this is broken down, the survey, I told you, they are the geotechnical guys. The engineering, they are the core engineering guys, the design guys. Go to procurement, you have the supply chain, the buyers, the procurement guys are doing all these. They have their own software like SAP that they're using. And the procurement guy combines with the commercial guys that has another software like Sage that they're using. So everybody has his own path to take. But you as a planner, if the surveyors, like the geotechnical guys, are not doing the right thing, you can easily show the impact to their boss, because all these groups, we have leads. So you can easily tell their leads, this is not going well. Can you tell your guys, or can you re-strategize on this? Because as you see this EPC, they are depending on each other. They have interdependencies, activities that depends on one another. So if survey is not doing well, if they're not giving what they need to give, the design guy can't work. If the design guy doesn't create a bomb, there's no way the supply chain will go and find something to buy, because they need to know what they need to buy. And if you don't buy something and the supply chain doesn't supply resources like equipment, human, how can the construction guy start working? The painter, the artisan, the pipe fitter, the bricklayer, they've got nothing to work with. And if they don't work and build something, the commissioning engineer, they can't commission anything. And if those things cannot be commissioned, the project cannot be closed out. But as a planner, you have an overview knowledge of what everybody is doing. Right. The construction guy might not care about what the procurement, they will care, but you have the overview of what everybody is doing, and you will bring this together and present it to the project manager, who is the coordinator of this, and he will go and fight anybody to get anything out and make sure the project runs smoothly. If he needs to fight, if he needs to pamper, if he needs to whatever he needs to do, he will do it to get the project, because he's answerable to the SMTs, which is the senior management team.
Thank you.
Okay.
Quick question, DG.
Yes.
Is there a level below the WBS level?
Yes, that's yes, calm down.
Okay. So the question is, right, primarily the planner let's say at the WS level, the main ask is to make sure that the timelines, he captures the timelines. If survey indicates it will take them 2 months. So as a planner, my job is to just be watchful and make sure that everything's going within that timeline. If it's going to overshoot, then I flag it up as a problem. But if that timeline will be met, then everything's okay. So as a planner, is that really what, for cutting across that level, making sure that all those sub areas stick to timelines? Is that correct?
That's one of your core jobs.
Okay.
So another thing, like you said, okay, they say something is going to be 5 days long. As a planner, you need to make sure you are monitoring that it doesn't go past 5 days. As well, you could be thinking, how can we bring it down to 4 days? You need to be proactive. How can we bring it up? Because see, they want to go past 5 days. And if they go past 5 days, you know, I told you, you are supporting the cost as well. So if we're to spend 5 days and every day will cost us £500. So if we budgeted £500 for 5 days, if they went into 6 days, it's going to cost us £600. So let's say we got a contract, the cost, the contract worth £1,000, and we've looked at it our profit will be £400. So we know our cost to completion will be £600. So based on the £600, we say, okay, oh, we're going to do this for 6 days, and that will cost us £600. So now, these guys, they want to do it for 7 days. They don't care. I mean, you are the guy that owns the company. They want to make money too. So that's why they have you to checkmate them, to tell them, we only price this job for 6 days. You cannot go 7 days. So if you go 7 days, you can't stop them, but you need to alert the commercial manager and the project manager. This is going to, based on this forecast, based on what P6 is telling me, this is going to run for 7 days. And what can we do to recover or mitigate this risk? Because you are alerting them the risk of running this project for 7 days instead of 6 days. So in that case, what happened to your margin? Your margin will shrink to £300. So when you're reporting that to the SMT, they won't be happy. They say, well, why didn't you know that this is going to run to the, oh, the project manager said, well, I asked the project planner, he said it's still going to run for 6 days. No, they will summon the project planner. So why didn't you know that this is based on the issue? Maybe they lost 1 day due to rain or whatever. You should have forecast. You should have raised this, flagged this up, that is going to run for 7 days instead of 6 days. Then we would have think of, okay, what are we going to do? Right? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And just a follow-up question. So this timeline which you're looking at, this 5 days or 7 days, this is what you capture at the start from these different stakeholders involved in delivering this.
Yes,
task.
I will explain that when we come to calendar.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you can take a picture of these and we go to the next. This is the
Deji, can you please hold on? I want to quickly take a shot, please.
okay.
Thank you, Deji. I'm done.
Okay, so we've talked about these, then we'll go to the next one, which is this. So this one, we've now talked about, what's it called? We've talked about the WBS, but if you're not satisfied, you can still break it down further. And as a planner, right, most companies, they have a template. Don't think, oh, how will I get all these? How will I break these down? You are working with some experts that you could ask, okay, can we further break this down? Or in what they've done in the past will show you that, okay, this is the way we've worked it in the past. We can use this template. This is the way we built a duplex house in the past. We can use this template. You can just take a template they've used in the past and just bespoke it based on, you know, we mentioned in the beginning of this class that projects are unique. So there might be some few changes that you will just need to doctor, or you just need to change one thing or the other, right? So, like I said, so we have sub WBSs now. That we have WBSs that we will just want to further break any of them down. We can break survey down, we can break design down, we can further break procurement down, but I've chosen construction. And if you look at it generally, why I took this project why I've taken this example is most of us have idea of how they will build a house, isn't it? How a house will be built. We know we will have a foundation, then we will erect the bricks, the structure, then probably we would roof it, then we can do the interior, then we'll do the exterior, then we close out, isn't it? So that's why I've just taken an example by using construction as one of the easy thing to break down. So I can take survey. Survey, we have different types of survey that they do when they go to, to do the survey. They do the dynamic probing. I can further break the dynamic probing. Is a big name, dynamic probing. What do we do in dynamic probing? It's a different ball game. The design, I can further break the design down to mechanical, to disciplinary design, like mechanical, electrical, plumbing, civils. So what they do in each of these things can be another thing. So we can further, and you can leave it, if you can't break it further down, that's fine. You can leave it at that WBS level. You don't have to break it down. When you are breaking it down, you just make it easier for you to manage. So that's why I've just taken this construction. Oh, come on, don't be temperamental. And break it down to further break it down to some other WBS so that we can manage them. You will see all these. That's why I said, take a picture. We will see all these when we start doing it. Then once we've done that, we can go into commissioning, which is testing. And once we've done foundation, we can test foundation, or we do the final testing, which is commissioning. So the final thing will be this. So someone, was it Daniel that was asking about, do we further break this down? Isn't it? So the final level, not even the final, but most level that will stay, you will see most companies will stay at, because you don't want to go into more granularity, because it's just going to give you work to do. Is called activity level or task level. That's where you finally say, okay, what are they going to be doing under each of these big chunk of work? Foundation, what are they going to be doing? Please, this is just an example. I'm not an expert. Don't take it that this is the way they build house. But I'm just using this as an example, though. I know before they do anything, when it comes to foundation, they will dig. That this is my my thing. Is not. It's not. I'm not a civil engineer. I'm not an expert. But I just, based on my knowledge of building a house, I've not built a box. That's it. I believe they will dig. Once they dig, they will excavate what they've done, and the next thing, they will dig, they will excavate, then they would they might mix concrete and pour concrete and backfill and do some other, allow it to set and all that things. So that's why I put that under foundation. Please take a picture. This is what we're going to develop. We will develop these into projects. So we will go into structure. They will lay brick, align the bricks, install some frames, windows, door, concrete. Then go to roofing. They will do planking, those woods that they will do. They will nail it, put some sheets and ceilings anti-rust. So, and I just spread it like that. Please take a picture. This is what we're going to be using when we go into the practical. So if you look at it from the top, we have a complex thing, which is construct a duplex house. So duplex house, that's a complex project. We don't know, where do we start from? Okay, we thought to ourselves, let's break it down. So what are we going to do? Okay, we do the EPC. Okay, what do they do? Okay, let's survey. We will survey, we will design, we will procure, we will construct, we will commission, and back and close the project. Then, okay, what do we do? Let's take construction as an example. We break construction down and Any questions so far? Is it boring or we understood it? Let me get this right. So if it's boring, please let me know. Or we enjoying it and we understood what I'm talking about.
We're trying to understand. I am trying to understand. I'm not speaking for everybody.
Okay.
At least we keep. I mean,
But you getting the concept, because all I want you to get now at this point is the concept. Are you all getting the concept? If you're not getting it, please let me know, because I don't want to go into practical when you don't get the concept.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. We all understand. So I will move from here and we go back to the software. So I'm going to share the software now, share my screen where the software is. So share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. The screen you are seeing is the software, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So I would show you some icons so that when you start using these, I don't want to bore you with every details of this software, but as you go on it, you will start understanding it. But I will tell you every basic thing that you need to know. So let's start with icons that we've got. So most of the time we'll be using those icons. So I will start from where my cursor is. This first icon is click to create a new project. But I will stop there before I go into the icon. Sorry about that. I should be, come on, Digi. So if you look at the first, I don't know if you took the picture of the first, not the first slide we started this, where I said node, where I said EPS. So the EPS has an icon, and this icon is like, it looks like a diamond. When you see any diamond like this, any diamond shape icon like this one I'm pointing to, can everyone see my cursor? Where this line, this diamond is sitting, all these are called EPSs. All this line where you see diamond, these are the node. These are where separate projects goes into. So this line where you have diamonds is called node. And how do you create that node? So these ones are there that I've created all these nodes. So I've had some nodes that have been created. So how do we create these nodes? And this is where we will start. We mentioned about node, but how do we create these nodes? So to create these nodes, we go to one of the tabs at the top, which is called Enterprise. On your PCs, please do, when I mention it, please click when I click. I'll tell you to click so that you can do it as I am doing it just now, right? So to create a node or to create enterprise project structure, EPS is go to enterprise at the top. Do we all have, because some of I've seen situations where some people don't have these tabs. I hope nobody is missing any of these tabs. So if nobody is missing, you go to click on enterprise. Then you will have the diamond sign, which is enterprise project structure. Click on that. Then this box will come up, this dialog box. And at the top, you will see enterprise project structure. Right. Now, to create one, sorry.
Please, you need to come back.
Okay.
I'm clicking on the enterprise inside the box, confirm.
Sorry?
You said we should click on the enterprise.
I said, okay, let me close this and go back. Click on enterprise, right? And click on enterprise project structure.
Okay.
When you click on that, then this box will come up. Is anybody that is not here, please stay near. So everybody is at this point, right? These are the enterprise project structure I've created, but what we want to do is to create ours. We want to create a different one. Like I've got Dangote, but I will create another one. And so when you look at this enterprise project structure, it has two columns, column 1, column 2. The first column said enterprise project structure ID. And the next one say name. So ID is a unique identifier. Once it's used, you cannot reuse it. And I will explain. If I've used DG02, P6 will not accept another DG02. I will have to go maybe 03, 04. I will have to change the nomenclature. I will have to change it entirely for P6 to accept it as an ID. That is one. Your ID will be a short form of your description. Your ID will be a short form of your description, right? So if you have, like you have DG02, however, when you go to the next one, which is EPS name, is a description of what you want to do. But you can reuse the name. P6 will accept it. Like I said, Dangote Group 2. If I create another EPC and call it Dangote Group 2, P6 will accept it. But if I say DG02 as ID, then I cannot use it again. Let's give it a go now. So to create a new EPS, once you are here, you click on add. When you click on add, it's gonna say new EPS when you click on add. So I've clicked on add, and this is what is brought to me. If you click on add, you will have this kind of thing. Do you all have this when you click on add?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's name it. We'll still use the same Dangote because you don't have it, I have it, but I would change the nomenclature. So in the ID, because Dangote is DG, right? You want to use sort of abbreviation, right? So in the ID, I will still call it Dangote. Just watch me. DG, if I call it DG02, then if I try to move to the name, you will see what P6 will tell me. No, you can't use it. It's not unique. So because I've got O2, so I can't reuse O2. You can call it O1, you can call it DG, ordinary DG. See, you can call it ordinary DG, you can call it O1, it depends on what you want to call it, right? So what we're gonna do is, what I'm gonna do is, I will call it another name, DG05. And he should accept it because I believe I haven't got 05. So he accepted it because I haven't got 05. And I will call it Dangote group. And so if I look, this is my DG05 Dangote group, right? Now, has everybody done this?
Yes.
Okay.
So the next thing we're gonna do, you can see.
Sorry, DJ, 1 second, because I was watching you just to make sure I get it before.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
So if we enter the DG02,
You can call it
On
any
okay, on the
ID.
ID, do we do anything on the name?
Yes, I've done it. I thought you've done it. So we have the ID, we have the name. So I have the name here, Dangote Group. I've called it Dangote Group. You can call it Dangote Group because you want to use that structure that we took picture of, right? So you can all call it Dangote Group, or you can call it DG, ordinary DG. Because I've used DG, I've used DG01, DGE, so that's why I'm using DG05 now. So it doesn't, but just is an abbreviation of the name. Because if I've started with DG001 or 005, or 0005, so I have a longer listing to use. Are we all on this page? Have we called Dangote Group DG? Then on the name side, we call it Dangote Group.
Yeah, sorry. After you include the name, how do you save that? You just click out of it.
Okay, thank you. That's a good question. PC is automatically saved. You don't need to press anything.
Okay, thank you.
You close it. If you shut down and you power your laptop on, you will come to the same. Nothing will change. You would have saved everything. It saves, I don't know, maybe it's microsecond, it saves.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Now, if you look at where my DG is, my DG is somewhere in between, but I want to see it at the top. I want to see it at the top. So what I would do is to get it to the top. So I will highlight it like it is. If it's not highlighted, please click on it to highlight it. Then I would, because if you look at this, where my Dangote group is, I don't know where yours is. If you look at it, you will realize that it's sitting inside this DG group 2. So if I go to DGO2 and click on this minus, you will see my DGO5 will disappear. It will swallow it. So because I don't want it to swallow it, I want them to be at the same level, and I'll move it to the top of it. So you click on what you've just created. If it's not at the top, then you come to these arrows. This is an indent and outdent arrow. If you can shift to the left, you can shift to the right, you can shift upward. So if I shift upward, now it will go to the top of these. So it's at the top of these, but if I try to shift, you can see it's grayed out because he's a child to this. So what I would need to do, I will make them the same level and move it up. So to make the top one and this on the same level, I will shift it to the left. So they are on the same level now. So if I close this one, it won't swallow that. It won't swallow my DG5. So my DG5 is still there. So if I open it, if I go to my DG5, they are on the same level. I can now, this one has come alive now. I can now move to the very top. So my DGO5 is sitting at the top. Is yours sitting at the top now?
Certainly.
Is yours sitting at the top?
Can you just please come back on how you place it for it to go up?
Okay. So I will take another example. I know I'm using DG5. You can see this one is outdent, right? This particular one, it's under this one. If I close this one, you know, this is DGO3. If I close DGO2 now, it will swallow DGO3. So if you want DGO3 to go to the top, if you click on it, you will see this is grayed out. This moving to the top. The only way to go is come to the left. Once you move it to be in the same pile, on the same pile with the one at the top, then you will be able to move it. So what I'll do is click on it, move it to the left. You can see it's moved. Then you take it to the top.
Certainly. I'm still not getting it.
Okay. Who else is not getting it apart from Lekon?
Hello, DJ.
Yes.
I don't think we can have that because we've not created parent and child. We just only have just parents. Yeah.
So you haven't got this. You can see.
You haven't got what you have.
Yes, we haven't got. We have energy.
Oh, I thought I was teaching someone. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you so much for.
Or if you go to others like enterprise and all that, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. What I'm gonna do is good now that someone mentioned it. I am going to unshare and someone will share the screen. That's the best way. That's the way I've been doing it. I just forgot. I got carried away. Can someone share his screen for me? So all of us will be on the same page. I'm sorry about this. Let me stop sharing and someone can share. We'll just use that persons to just stop sharing.
Sure, I'll go ahead and share. That's fine.
Okay, please share.
Screen is still on.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Good stuff. So is he Lekon or who is sharing?
Oh,
Yeah, it's Arthur.
Arthur, yeah. So we're gonna be using Arthur as case study. So we're gonna be using you. You will be driving. You will be on the driver's seat. So I will ask you to do some. So we've created Dangote Group now, right? All of them. If you look at all of them, all the nodes in the entity enterprise, under enterprise, they are at the same level. If you look at Dangote Group, engineering and construction, energy service, manufacturing, they're on the same level. However, if you want Dangote Group to stand out as a parent node, if you indent it, like, can you click on that? You're on Dangote Group now. Can you click on the, yeah, you've clicked on, can you indent it? Thank you. You can see then if you move it to the very top, thank you. You can see it's sitting at the top now. It's not a child to enterprise or product development or corporate or IT. Is standing on its own. Are we all on this? Do we all understand what Arthur?
How did he move it to the top?
Arthur,
I indented, I used the left cursor and
can you move your cursor to what you press?
this left is it's grayed out now, but at the time,
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it Lekon that asked that question? Yours
Yes.
will be highlighted now. If you click on that Dangote group that you've created,
Yes.
that where Arthur is pointing to is highlighted, isn't it? Then if you click on that, it will take you to the bottom. Then Arthur, can you go to the next arrow that you click after
So
that?
the one at the top, the top
Yeah.
arrow. Yeah.
Okay, it's top now.
Okay. Are we all at the top? Anybody still struggling? Okay, we're on the same level now. So we've created the EPS. Now, let's create some sub-EPS. Like we see in the picture that we took. We have Dangote Refinery, Dangote Sugar, Dangote Cement. It's the same process, but you just need to click on the parent first, then you click add, then you name it. Can we do that, please? You've clicked on Dangote, then you click on add, then you can see it's on, then you name it. What is the first one is Dangote Refinery. You can call it DGR 01. Dangote DGR 01. So then you name it. Okay. Can we all do the rest? Do what other Dangote Cement, Dangote, create the sub EPS. Can you create the remaining three so that we use that to practice? Once that is done, no, don't close it, don't close it. Just click on, once that is done, click anywhere. Just click anywhere, then click, no, you click on the parents as well. Yeah, then you had. Okay, then you name again. You go again.
So what's the next one?
Is the
DG?
parent will click to create more?
Sorry?
Is the parent will create will click to create more?
No, we click on the parent so that the children can be under the parent, the children we want to give to the parents. If you click on enterprise and you click add, it will go on that enterprise. But we want them to go under Dangote Group. Do we understand?
Yes, the first one we created, which is Dangote Group. I will click the Dangote Group again and click on add.
Yes, you will see that whatever you add will not be on the same level with Dangote Group. So what's the next one? Because Dangote Cement, DGCO1, whatever, yeah. Whatever you want to do the abbreviation is fine by me. Whatever abbreviation you give it to.
Dangote sugar.
Yes, we can.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So what's next? What's the other one?
We have Dangote Construction.
Construction. Okay.
Fantastic. Are we all here? Where's not at this level? Because I don't want to leave anybody behind. Please, let's talk if you're not at this level so that we can, because if, you know, if we're not at this level, let's know so that we don't leave anybody behind. Okay, we are all at this level. So we've successfully created EPS and sub EPS, like we said, like we mentioned in what the picture we've taken. So Arthur, so did you take those pictures?
I did.
Okay, so why I asked is because you won't be asking me what is the next. So
Yeah, it's I just had to open the phone while I was typing. I thought you just
yeah, we would based on that we will be able to. So do we all understand how to create EPS and sub EPSs now? So because we are going to the next level now. Sorry?
Can you
I can't hear you.
Can you repeat for me, please? How to create the DGR02 or something?
Sorry, were you not in class? So because I need to know if you were.
I'm here. I've been here, but I got lost when we did the enterprise project structure.
Where did you get lost? Can you tell us?
One when we were creating the Dangote group.
Can we go to your screen now? Can we see where you got lost? Because this is where I want to understand where you got lost so that we can pick it from there. So tell us where you got lost.
Yeah, I've not been able to create any what's it called? Is it the enterprise?
So tell us, please.
And can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen that you've not done anything.
Yeah.
You've not been.
So I clicked on the enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this came up.
Yes. So because at every stage I emphasize that if you're lost, just let us know, because if we're doing these, then you'll be dragging us back every time. People will be dragging us back every time. Then that's what I want to avoid. Please, at every stage, when I ask, are we here? If you are not there, because the way we will be moving, if you are not there, please let us know. We don't want to go too far. Then you now said, well, I'm not here. Then we will now go back. Please, I'm talking to everyone now. At some point, if I ask you, are we here? Please let us do it. If you are not there, please just say, I'm not there. Stop at that point. It's like we're using, what's it called? Agile. So when we do lead to, we release it, we test it. We don't move forward until it's done. So because we're going to start all over again. So at this point, so what we said, Arthur, can you just explain what we've done so that it doesn't mean I'm explaining this? So it will help you as well. Can you talk out through, please?
Jeez. Okay. So at this stage, we are going to create a node. So we are going to click on add. So you can see the highlighted bit. Since we're using Dangote as a case study, so the first column has the ID and the second column has the name description. So if you put your cursor on the first column, because you're in the second column, that's why it's highlighted. So take a column, take a cursor to the highlighted bit. Yes, so Dangote is what we're using. So you can do DG since it's the first one you're creating. So just type DG in that space where your cursor is. No. The small box that is open, the enterprise project structure in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You're clicking, it's highlighted, yeah. So DG. Yeah, we're using DG because we're using Dangote, so we're just abbreviating DG. That's fine. Then, so this is the unique ID. So the next one is so you can now write that out in full, like Dangote group.
Mm.
All right, so you can do DG. Yeah, that's fine. Then the next one, write that out fully, Dangote group. It's been created, I think. That's why it's not coming out. All right, look at it at the top. Can you look at it at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So if you click on that other one, the new EPS, or I think you might just have to delete that if it's not working.
No, can she do DGO1?
That is working. If you go to that DG at the top, just click there.
All right.
Then use your, that thing on your keyboard to move to the next one when you want to move.
The tab key.
Tab key. Use your tab key. Use your tab key on your keyboard. Or you put your cursor on where it says new EPS. Click on where it says new EPS on the right, on the same row on the right.
This one. Yeah.
Click it until it turns a border red. Then type inside it. Just type. Don't click it. Just type Dangote group because you have your ID as an abbreviation. Yes, good. If you start your words like with capital letter, that will be good. So if you want to make everything capital letter, or if you want to start each word with capital letter.
Okay.
Okay. If you go to that DG again, click on it. Click on it again. Just put 001 just to make it unique. And that's it. You've created Dangote group. Now, Arthur, can you continue, please?
Okay, so click out of that. Just click out.
Just click anywhere.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So that is our node created. Now we are going to create, I think, sub nodes. Yes. So if you click on the DG, the one you've just created. Yeah. Well, let me look at my picture again. Just 1 second. All right. So we're now going to create sub node. So you've clicked on that. So if you now click on add, no, let's take it to the top. Let's take it to the top. So hold on. Where's your cursor? All right. Digi, how come it's grayed out?
Okay, because it's on the same level. And if you look at the columns, if you look at where the ID is, right,
Okay.
you will see a dented arrow pointing up, very faint, near EPS name, just behind the EPS name. Can you see that arrow pointing up?
EPS.
Okay, you see that arrow pointing up just behind the EPS name?
This
No,
one?
not that one. Not that. You see where EPS name is? You see the EPS name where it says EPS name at the top. EPS name. Yes.
Yeah, close to it, to the
Name,
right.
yeah.
You see that dented, you see an arrow, very faint arrow behind it.
To the left.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
That's it. That's
That,
it.
yeah, it's showing a sorting in a descending order. So if you click, just click there, just click again, then you will sort it in ascending order. So because why is grayed out? Because it's at the top. You can't move anything above it or below it anymore.
Oh,
You see, that's why it's grayed out. You understand why it's grayed out now?
okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's on the same level. If it's inside, yeah, but it's on the same level. That's why all the arrows are grayed out.
Mm.
Right. So I thought continue you had a lecture. Oh.
All right. So this is the parent umbrella. So we're not going to create sub nodes. So since it's highlighted now, you now click on add to add the other. Yeah, that's it. So add. Yeah. So we are going to start with refinery. So Dangote refinery. So you might want to do DGR01 if you want.
DG.
Refinery is the subset, so you can
Okay.
label it DGR01 if you want, or whatever you want.
Did you click on it? It seems you didn't click on it for you to have. That's why it's staying at the top. If you click on Dangote Group again.
The one I created.
Yeah.
Yes. Click on it.
Yeah.
Then add.
Now click
No,
on,
you have to go back to the top again, I think.
No. Just at that point, just click on add, because you're adding something. If something is not right in your PCs, I need to look at this, because it should be sitting.
It should be at the top.
It should be sitting under it. Can I just take control of this? Let me just see
Okay.
what's happening. Why is not? Because it should sit directly. Is anybody else having this problem? Why is it not sitting? Why is it's not sitting? It should be sitting directly. If I had anything, it should be sitting under here, but it keeps coming down. So if it passes, I would. Because sometimes if something, just bear with me. I just want to try and fix it. If this is gonna work. Oh, somewhere. Does any other person has this problem? Any
Which
other
problem?
person that when you
problem?
click, your sub node doesn't, your sub EPS doesn't go on that appearance? Is he only Adiba
Malala.
or Malola? Is he only one that's having this problem? So that I can know what to do.
On the
Any other person?
mine, everything is under the parents.
Okay. So
And
it's
the
only
group is up
Omolola.
and the others are beneath.
So it's only Omolola having this issue. I will sort out. So your sub APS should go on right. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do, Omolola, you know how to create EPS now. I'm gonna find out what could be wrong because I don't have idea why he's doing that. You know, I installed the same version for everyone. It should work the same way. But if yours is an exception, then I will find a solution to that. So what you're gonna do for me as we are closing, you would next class, I want individual to think of any other company that you can create and create EPS and sub EPS for that company. Not Dangote. Create EPS and maybe 3 sub EPS just for a practice. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, it's clear, but EPS is the confirm is the ID and the EPS name.
Yeah, that's just it.
Okay.
Just want you to get into that readings of creating it.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody raised and okay, nobody. Somebody sent. Okay. Any other question before we meet on Wednesday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, please let us come early as well, like what we did today, so that we can cover a lot, so that we will be flying. Malola, I will try and see what happened to what go cost is, and I think by then by Wednesday we should be able to resolve it. That one, because we've all got the same version. If I need to confirm that, we've got the same 20. So yeah, 2.12. So it should work the same way. So for it not to work the same way, I'm just curious about that. So fine. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Before can she close it and open it again? Is possible? Maybe
Yes,
and just press something.
you're right. It could be each. So let's exit.
Let her exit and come in again.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Thank you. Good. It could work. Can you launch pieces again? I hope I've launched the right thing. I think you've got the visualizer on your desktop as well. Okay, that's the visualizer, I believe. No, I'll just need to unpin this. So what we're gonna be doing, right?
Yeah.
Everyone will become a teacher on this. So if someone, I don't encourage us to not to concentrate in the class. And when I'm asking, please, I beg of you, when I said, whenever I say, are you on the same page? If you're not on the same page at that time, please stop us and let's resolve it before we go forward. So I want us to concentrate and get, and like I can pick on anyone that I know they understand what we're doing to actually take over the class and say to whoever. I'm not hiding it, I'm not running away from it, but it's going to help us as well. Once you know how to say something to people, and it becomes a part of you. So if I go to enterprise project structure, yeah, I think it's working now. So now I think we have Dangote already, so it should work now. Where is our Dangote? DGO1.
Is there?
So I
it's
will
working.
try these. If I don't want to keep anybody more than the time, but I wouldn't keep us. I don't want to keep Arthur or anybody more than the timeline, but this is what you've created. If we add something on that, it should go on that now. It's still not doing the job. Was okay. I know why. So if I take this and I'll then this, take it to this level, take it up, which will explain, add, it should go on that now. Yeah, it works. So somebody else, the first thing we're going to do on Wednesday, somebody will talk. I will pick on anyone, because apart from nobody says anything now. On Wednesday, I'll put anyone on spot to talk Omolola through these. I'll delay these. So Omolola, on Wednesday, someone is gonna, I'll pick on someone to talk you through where we stopped. Is that okay by everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I know we're just starting. We will get there. It will be a bit rough, but we will get there. Don't worry.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Deji, for your patience. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.